Alright, my name is Ryan. I'm 36 years old, currently the editor-in-chief at Daily Toast magazine, and I guess today I'm going to show you guys my process of how I write, how I come up with content, and things like that. I usually go through and I make a list, and then my next step that I do, I go through my archive. I've been shooting for about 20 years now, so I'll go through my archive and I'll see if I have any original imagery, because I like to start there first before I source tertiary shit. I try to make sure that I can get as much original content for the piece before I have to go and source somebody else. And then what I'll do is I'll go on the internet. I'll go on Instagram, I'll go search BMag, I'll search One, I'll search all of the media publications, shit like that, go through back issues, try and find the additional content that I need. A lot of the shit I do, it gets hate, dude. People fucking hate what I do. You know, I feel that doing journalism requires a certain amount of honesty that most people aren't gonna like. And that's fine with me. I always think about Almost Famous, that scene with Philip Seymour Hoffman tells him, you know, these people aren't your friends.
No, it sounds great. These people are not your friends. You know, these are people who want you to write sanctimonious stories about the genius of rock stars, and they will ruin rock and roll and strangle everything we love about it.
I try to think about it in that way. Gotta be subjective. I lean, without question, right? There's certain things I'll lean towards, lean against, shit like that. But I try to be as honest, forthright to the facts as I possibly can. It's kind of hard in this industry because you don't really have too much reference aside from the few Blade mags and whatnot. So that can be a fucking pain in the ass. It's mixing good journalism. You know, I want this to be kind of like in the caliber of the New York Times, New York Magazine, Vice, shit like that. There's facts, there's writing, there's a thought put into what I'm talking about, not just for clicks or likes or shit like that. Have some kind of bullshit engagement. It's about telling stories, about engaging the audience in a way that provokes a thoughtful conversation. Sometimes those comments, thoughts, ideas, they might not go accordingly with what I believe, but I still think it's important to give people the room to have their own opinion about shit, whether or not I actually agree with it. I really like satire. I think The Fucking Onion is hilarious. I think it's a great way of dissecting journalism, reassessing how we treat ourselves, how seriously we take ourselves, shit like that. I think one thing that I like to focus on a lot is the ego of rollerblading. You know, skating is very male-dominated, accompanied by this macho man kind of thought process.
I'm delighted about it. Oh yeah, congratulations. Let me throw my hand right through the video scope.
You know, you have to skate this way, or you have to do this kind of trick, and if you don't do this way, it doesn't count, and yada yada. For me, I think it's interesting because, you know, to me, something like rollerblading is, you know, like an art form, dude. Say that there's rules, but to say there are not rules kind of conflicts with one another, because both are true, right? I remember when I first started skating and I got into this argument with this kid about what a topside trick was. I used to think that if you did something far side, that it was technically topside, and he told me it wasn't. I couldn't understand why. A few years later, after understanding the vocabulary, the way that people perform tricks, I started to understand what his viewpoint was. I think that's important though. We need to have discussions. We need to be talking with one another about this shit. This is a culture, dude, just like anything else. Even if it's small, it still deserves to have an intellectual conversation and thought process to it, and not just be lumped into being rudimentary bullshit. I think that's the goal of Daily Toast. Tell compelling stories, tell shit, push certain topics that might make people uncomfortable, explore different ideas, provide people the platform to actually talk about shit and not gaslight them if you disagree, I guess. I mean, my follower base is fucking, I had almost 1,000 followers. I hit over 1,000, but some of my content just scared people the fuck away. And I get shit, you know, that I'm toxic, that I'm a shit talker, I'm a troll. Yeah, I'll tell you one thing though, I'm not no fucking troll, because at least I admit who the fuck I am, you know? I'm not hiding behind some fucking moniker, dude. I enjoy it, man. I enjoy making this kind of content. I enjoy talking about skating. I've been doing it for so fucking long. You know, there's a part of my life where I was like, fuck rollerblading, I'm not gonna do this anymore, but I got pulled back into it. I tried to take myself out and they pulled me back in again.
Just when I thought I was out, they pulled me back in.
I don't know. I love this shit. I enjoy it. I've been doing it for so long. I'm not that good at it, but I like to talk about the culture. I like to talk about the dynamics, rudimentary dumb shit, AO Unity versus Savannah, or flat versus anti, and these dumb fucking arguments that people have. Some people take this shit seriously, dude. They really fucking get into it. It's for real. People take this shit to heart. When you commit yourself to something like this, I get it. I get why. I get pissed off, dude. I reached out to a bunch of people, you know, for this project. Some of my favorite pros, skaters I admire. I got frustrated about it, pissed off. Fucking blocked a bunch of them. Fuck you, I'm not fucking, fuck you. I can reassess that shit, pull myself back, tell myself to chill the fuck out. I mean, it's only rollerblading, right?